Welcome back to another episode of Songs, Secrets and Magic. I'm Ezra Nixon and today's song is Whitesnake, Now You're Gone. This is a great song. Like all the songs that we cover on here, it's a great song. And I wanted to touch on a thing in this video, which I think is interesting. I felt along the course of studying music that I've encountered two mindsets of, two approaches when analysing songs and sort of looking at like the chords and how they fit together and all the rest of it. And I feel like I lean more towards one approach, only for one reason. And we'll get into this really briefly now, but it can become quite problematic to be searching for where things belong all the time. And what I mean by that is, if you have a song in C major, and then you have a B flat chord in it, how do you justify that or make sense in it? That's the example from this song today. And I think that you can look at it in a variety of ways, providing you don't get too bogged down in it. So you're in your A minor or your C major tonality, and then you come across a B flat. You could argue that it was a momentary key change. I don't think that's the best way to look at it, to be honest, because I don't see how it would aid the performer or the listener or anyone really involved in the creation of the music or the listening of the music. It's still a way to look at it. But another way to look at it would just be that you've introduced a flavour. You've borrowed it from somewhere else. So we're in A minor or C major. We've borrowed it from F. So we're in C major and we've just reached over to F and borrowed F's fourth chord. That's another good way to look at it. Another way to look at it is to just completely not acknowledge any borrowing or not trying to look at where it's come from, but is to just say we're in A minor and on our score we have a B flat. We have introduced a note from somewhere else for whatever reason. Now I think it's perfectly acceptable to say that we've introduced a Phrygian flavour. I think that's perfectly acceptable as well. But the only reason that I think any of this is worth thinking about is because I don't feel like the magical ingredients belong in trying to justify where something belongs in a framework. I feel like it's important to understand that way of looking at it, but I feel like a more abstract approach is necessary for writing truly great music. So without further ado, we'll look at the song. Now you're gone, I can feel my heart is breaking. So we open up serious textbook stuff here. Lovely 1, 5, 4. In the night, I call out your name. So here's our first example of this B flat. We're in A minor, and we've got a B flat. Now the way I like to look at this is because we've opened up with this. This lovely clear C tonal center 1 5 4 5 1 progression, it's pretty safe to assume that we're in C major here. And we get this lovely in the night your name. Then we've got our D minor in the key of A minor. And then we've got our B flat. So we've got a B flat and a G. It's almost like the song is behaving as though it's in two key signatures at once. It's pretty clearly telling us it's in C major, or that it sounds to be in C major. And all I mean by it sounds to be in C major is that it depends on how the music is scored out. Because key signature isn't actually determined by the music itself. It's determined by whoever composed it wants it to be understood as through the system of the score. So it sounds to be in C major, and the tonal center is clearly C major as well. And then we've got this lovely it's just awesome. It's really cool. It's leaning over. It's going, I'm in C major. I'm in F major. I'm in C major. Or I'm in A minor. And I'm in D minor. It's leaning around and kind of acting as though it's in two keys at once. Now, that is a super cool way to look at it. I think that's a far better way to look at it. Is because you're leaving it open to interpretation. You're not trying to sort of say it belongs one place or another. Before we get too bogged down in crap, we're going to look at the next part of the song, which is so cool. I didn't expect to be talking so much about this song, but it's such a good song. We've got this amazing you're all I want, can you feel the love in this heart of mine? You're all that I need, since I've lost you, girl, I've been losing my mind. That is so cool. That's the same thing we saw in the Queen song. So we're starting to see real definable bits of, secret ingredients, magic ingredients here. We've got, straight off the bat, we've got, am I in this key or am I in that key? Because I kind of lean over here and snatch this chord, and then I kind of lean over here and snatch that chord from wherever you want to believe it's from. Does not matter. Does not matter. We've got something that's not clearly defined in terms of what key it's in, which is awesome. It's like two shards of glass that look like a certain angle they're one way, and they look like they're another way in a certain angle. So cool. Then we've got this amazing, it's the same thing as the Queen song. We're the We Are the Champions thing. We've got our and then the brain's kind of thinking, FC territory. There's only one note's difference between F and C. C is all white notes on the keys, and F has one B flat, one black note. So harmonically, they're very closely related. That's why you're able to dance between the two of them fluidly and kind of go, am I here? Am I there? That's the magic of music. This is all magic ingredients. This is all secret sauce. And this other cool trick they've used, where you're thinking 4, 5, 6, or 4, 5, 1. It's they've elongated it, they've stretched it, they've bang, bang, bang. They've tricked you in the best possible way. You're all I want. Can you feel the love in this heart of mine? You're all that I need. Since I've lost you, girl, I've been losing my mind. It's so so cool how they've done that and elongated it, you know. But we're starting to see real definable stuff here. That go and listen to the song, and you will know what I mean. Before you know what's going on, you've been snatched up into a higher key, and the effect it has on the chorus is so uplifting and so brilliant. It's so brilliant. It just punches you in the gut, and before you know what's going on, you're being just completely showered in pop chord magic, pop rock magic. Is just you're just being bathed in it, you know, and you. It's so good. I think you should go and listen to it right now. It's all basic chord progressions, you know. There's nothing crazy going on in terms of the actual chords themselves, you know. There's nothing jazzy going on. There's nothing mind-blowing, innovative with you know, chords. But what you've got is these lovely progressions that speak to everybody. These lovely progressions that speak to everybody, and you're kind of transitioning. There's these lovely transitions that make the relationships between the sections unique. You know, these linking moments, this B flat, this these linking moments. You know, the secret sauce. It's just all over this track, you know. It's an excellent pop rock track. The time has come to listen to it, and listen to it right now. It's so good. Songs, Secrets, Magic, Episode 7. I'm Ezra Nixon. That was Whitesnake. Now you're gone. Thank you for watching.